2017 Bentley Flying Spur V8s. In the rarefied era above mainstream luxury brand flagships from Audi, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW exist the ultra-exclusive, hand-built sedans from Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, and Bentley, each offering 12-cylinder power. The choicest material furnishings, and indubitable pedigrees. Given these cars' unapologetic price tags, a normal person might expect them to surpass any off-the-rack Audi A8, S-Class Benz, or 7 Series Bimmer in every respect. Or at least most respects. Or at least in terms of the luxury features, right? Highs. Remarkably quick and undeniable presence, top-flight materials, handcrafted feel. Lows. Earth-crushing weight, pump-draining thirst, dated interior. Wow, people who buy automobiles like the shimmering gold 2017 Bentley Flying Spur V8s tested here aren't normal. When they decide to buy a Flying Spur, it's not to add a new luxury sedan to their stable, it's to add a Bentley to their stable. They're probably aware that any of those hyper-competent Teutonic sleds offers more high-tech luxury wizardry than the Flying Spur, which doesn't even come with a USB port. Indeed, they probably have one of those German cars too. And few would ever get caught baiting an S63, M760i, or S8, each of which can hit 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds or less, into a stoplight duel. So where this car's performance numbers fall relative to those may be beside the point. What does matter is that the Flying Spur delivers on its promise as a Bentley with the waft, the warmth, and the eminent gracefulness for which the brand's cars have been known for decades. Based on the previous generation Continental GT, the Flying Spur sedan has proved satisfying in that regard since first appearing in 2005. And particularly so since the second-gen model arrived for 2014 with an even prettier, sleeker body and a more powerful, 616 horsepower W12 engine. We were impressed upon our first drive of the lighter, cheaper Flying Spur V8, which lost exactly none of its Bentley-ness with the fitment of the Volkswagen Group's ubiquitous 4.0-litre 8-cylinder, tuned to produce a stout 500 horsepower. The Flying Spur family doubled in size when V8s and W12s models were introduced last year, raising horsepower to 521 and 626, and featuring a unique front fascia design, a rear diffuser, and black-painted grilles. Having already stated our preference for the Flying Spur V8's relative agility and throatier sound, we hypothesized that the V8s would be the most compelling from a driving standpoint. Some numbers. As trivial as facts and figures may be to the typical Bentley owner, one number of particular consequence is 5509. The pounds this test car carried on 2R scales, 55.1% of the total resting on the front wheels. On one hand, that makes its 4.3 seconds 0 to 60 mph and 10.5 seconds 0 to 100 mph times that much more impressive. Same with the 167-foot stop from 70 mph. But at the skidpad, the low-profile 275/35 ZR21 Pirelli P0s that wrapped the V8S's optional 21-inch 6-spoke wheels were overwhelmed after just 0.83 grams of lateral acceleration. And despite the standard all-wheel drive system sending 60% of the available torque to the rear wheels, understeer persisted at the limit. Effortless high-speed travel has always been a mark of a Bentley, and the V8S fulfills this mission brilliantly. The car feels marvelously quick off the line. While nothing tends to happen suddenly in a Bentley, that's all part of the waft. The V8S is tuned for sharper throttle response, which allows it not only to reach 50 mph in just 2.6 seconds from a 30 mph lope, but also to feel generally alert. Which isn't something we've always been able to say about these hulking luxury cars. And speed attained is speed maintained with unwavering stability, even deep into triple-digit territory. With sharp steering that tightens up considerably when the sportiest of the 4 chassis modes has been selected. The car's massive size, the wheelbase alone stretches more than 10 feet, and prodigious weight keep it from being much fun on a twisty road. But in curves the body stays heroically flat, making it feel more planted than expected. And the brake pedal feel is utterly perfect. But, again, there's more to this car than its test results, or even the subjective feel of how it drives. As we stated in a write-up of the previous generation flying Spur Speed, every drive in the Bentley is an escape from reality, an occasion. Staying true to form, the V8S is best when one's senses are directed toward enjoying its sumptuous seats, tickling the nail shift knob, or identifying those details. The subtle gathers in the upholstery or variations in the stitching that communicate that these things really are built by hand. The interior design may have grown familiar, and you won't find many of the new whiz-bang features that are all the rage just one car class below. But the flying Spur remains beyond reproach in terms of material honesty. Everything inside this car isn't exactly what it looks like,